After understanding what is electrovalent or ionic bond with examples, let us focus our understanding towards another category of a bond that is called as covalent bond. That is called as covalent bond. So, first we try to discuss what is covalent bond. So, a bond which has been formed by mutual sharing of electron, the bond which has been formed by mutual sharing of electron between two combining atoms, that is known as covalent bond. So here I have atoms mutually share each other's electron and results in a formation of a bond that is known as covalent bond. Now generally covalent bond formation takes place between two non-metallic element. Now in case of ionic bond, it has been formed between metal and non-metal, where metal loses electron, non-metal gains electron. But whereas in this case, I have both non-metallic elements. So they have same tendency to gain an electron. They have same tendency to gain an electron. So in order to form a bond, they mutually share each other's electron. They mutually share each other's electron. Now generally, covalent bond is a true bond. Covalent bond is considered as a true bond. Why? Because it involves overlapping of atomic orbitals. It involves overlapping of atomic orbitals of combining atoms. So what are the atoms which results in a formation of a covalent bond? What are the atoms which take part in covalent bonding? They overlap each other's atomic orbital and results in a formation of a bond. Whereas when I take an ionic bond, it's just a mere electrostatic force of attraction. It's mere just an electrostatic force of attraction which is holding two oppositely charged ions together in molecule, which holds two oppositely charged ions together in a molecule. Now, generally, covalent bond is categorized into different ways depending upon the whatever the bond pairs which are involved. Whatever the bond pair, the number of bond pairs which are involved during the bond formation, based on that we categorize them into a single bond, double bond, or triple bond. Okay. Now let me take one simple example to understand a single bond formation. I have a hydrogen atom. When combines with another hydrogen atom possessing one electron, hydrogen atomic number 1, electronic configuration 1. Now whenever the hydrogen atom combines with any other hydrogen atom in order to form an hydrogen molecule, they mutually share each other's electron. They mutually share each other's electron and results in a formation of hydrogen molecule. Here this hydrogen shares electron and completes the electronic configuration of helium, that means attains electronic configuration of helium. Here also this hydrogen shares electron with the first hydrogen in order to get the electronic configuration of helium. As you see, both the hydrogen atoms are involved only a pair of electrons. There is only a single pair of electron is involved. That's why this is called as your single bond. It's called as single bond. So when I am involving only one pair of electron between two atoms, it gives me a single bond. Then if I involve two pairs of electron between two atoms, if I have two pairs of electron between two atoms, I have an oxygen atom whose atomic number is 8, electronic configuration 2,6. So each oxygen atom has got 6 electrons in its outermost shell, which I represent with the 6 dots. Now when combines with another oxygen atom which is also having 6 electrons in its outermost shell, when they combine with each other to form an oxygen molecule, they will share two pair of electron between them. They will share two pair of electron between them. So this is one pair of electron, this is another pair of electron. As there are two pairs of electrons are involved in the bond formation between two oxygen atoms to form an oxygen molecule, I call this as a double bond. I call this as a double bond. Now, if we involve three pairs of electrons, between two atoms, so when I'm having three pairs of electrons involved between two atoms, I get a triple bond. So let me have a nitrogen, atomic number 7, electronic configuration 2, 5. Each nitrogen atom has got 5 electrons in its outermost shell. When nitrogen atom combines with another nitrogen atom, in order to form nitrogen molecule, it will share 3 pairs of electrons between two nitrogen atoms. It will share 3 pairs of electrons between two nitrogen atoms and results in formation of nitrogen molecule. So as I am involving 3 pairs of electrons between two nitrogen atoms, we call this as a triple covalent bond. So this is first pair, this is second pair, and this is third pair. So this we call it as a triple bond. Now, whenever a compound which has been formed by mutual sharing of electron, or the compound which has got covalent bond, that is generally referred as covalent compound. Now, as ionic compounds are made up of ions, covalent compounds are made up of molecules. So, do remember, ionic compounds are made up of ions, whereas covalent compounds are made up of molecules. Thank you for